Good afternoon. Excuse me. I just want to wish you personally a happy post-Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's recovered from the tryptophan and had a great time with their families and friends. Um, this was really an incredible Thanksgiving for myself and for all of us at UAP, and for you as well. You should really be celebrating this. There's a lot to be thankful for. And we're going to go through some of the things that over this past year which have happened, which are just miraculous in the ability for so many people to come together to pull this off, to include the attorneys out there that are representing our warriors, the warriors who refuse to ever give up hope, the individuals such as yourself who gave continuous support, whether it was sharing posts, whether it was commenting, whether it was making donations and contributions, and everything coming together with support on Capitol Hill with all the congressional staff and the staffers who were going out and above and beyond to spread the word, and the actual members of Congress. We had senators get involved. We had the President of the United States get involved. That, you know, just so many different pieces in so many different ways that this was really a Thanksgiving that was worthy of thanks. One of the most amazing pieces of this was that this is the first Thanksgiving that Clint Lawrence was able to spend with his family in over 6 years. I mean, that right there, that's an amazing accomplishment to get Clint home for his Thanksgiving. The other piece, which I'm extremely thankful for personally, is that this is the first Thanksgiving that Sergeant Derek Miller was able to spend with his family. But better yet was that he was able to spend it here at my home with my family. And he was able to be here with his mother, his father, his uncle, and so many other friends and family that we had here at my home. And what a blessing. I mean, just an incredible family. And it was an incredible event, just having so many wonderful people together. But when I go down the list of all the things that you helped facilitate over this past year, it's really incredible. So obviously we know about our Airborne Army First Lieutenant Clint Lawrence, pardoned by the President of the United States. Incredible, absolutely incredible. So many different people came together to help out making that happen. And we're still fighting. We still have to figure out what his status is, whether he's getting back pay, whether we're going to dismiss the entire findings and sentence associated with this. You know, there's so many different pieces going on, and the Maher legal team and Don Brown are working hard, even with a federal court case right now, that they are relentless. They will not stop until this is absolutely cleared and exonerated, as the president told Clint that this entire thing would be expunged, but there's still a fight going on. We had Army Special Forces Major Matt Goldstein, again, pardoned by the President of the United States. However, there's still a fight going on. Like, we need to say, why the heck did this warrior have his Special Forces tab and his Silver Star, which was being put up for a Distinguished Service Cross, second highest award for valor? Why in the heck was that taken away? And what, more importantly, when is it coming back? That's really key. We had Army First Lieutenant Michael Behenna early on. You know, this is someone that you were supporting, and he was pardoned. He was one of the earlier cases that was pardoned by the president. And again, it totally justifiable. All these pardons, just in case anybody gets attacked, like, well, why are you supporting these murderers and all the rest? The bottom line is individuals' rights are paramount. And the president identified where these individuals had their rights destroyed. You had prosecutors who were hiding exculpatory information. In other words, it would show that they were not murderers. And when that happens, cases must be destroyed. They must be thrown out because they're not valid anymore. And then it's a joke of what it does to our due process. And so all of these pardons, here's, you know, people want to argue with you and say, well, I think he still murdered someone. I think let them win the day. Let them think what they want. At the end of the day, in each one of these cases, individuals' rights were destroyed. They were trampled upon. As John Maher likes to say, that the Constitution was not present at their trial. And as such, that in and of itself, in any civilian court, all these cases would have been thrown out. But for some reason, in the military courts, in these court martials where our warriors raise their hand and swear to support and defend our rights, they don't get the same due process. Absurd. So let's keep going down here. So, you know, we talked about Sergeant Derek Miller, who, again, he was paroled. He's now working up on Capitol Hill, but we're still fighting his case because he hasn't been pardoned. So this is a case that we have to continue to fight to make sure that we have the proper ending to this. You know, right now, Derek still has this hanging over his head, and we have to make sure that it's cleared. Some really exciting things are being done by his attorneys, and Colby Volke's on the lead with that, and it's incredible. You'll see some of that. He's putting together what's called a graphic novel that explains his case in extreme detail. It's incredible. Really great work that he's doing there. Army First Sergeant John Hatley. I mean, here's a guy who, again, no hard evidence to support the conviction or the allegations against him. However, he's been paroled. Thanks to, we had tremendous support from Congress coming in here. He's been paroled. But the system is still holding on to him for 1 year without any justification. So we're going to keep fighting for John and say, hey, let's get him home. Let's get him to Texas. Let's get him productive. This is a great individual who's wasting time behind bars. We also had Army Specialist Alan Moser. Here's a warrior who we had his discharge upgraded, and it was all the right thing. He never should have been gotten a less than honorable discharge. We had Navy SEAL First Class Dan D'Ambrosio, charges dismissed. Okay, here again, this was a part of SEAL Team 7 where he actually had Admiral look into this case once before and found no supporting evidence for the allegations against these SEALs. Incredible warriors doing the right thing, nothing. 2 years pass, all of a sudden New York Times comes out with an article saying, whoa, this is a cover-up. So the Navy decides, all right, we're going to bring these guys to court-martial again. And the attorneys go in, support them. UAP, we support the warriors. We start paying these legal bills. Next thing you know, all 4 of these warriors that were brought up on charges of murder, case dismissed. Because there wasn't any evidence. It was all false allegations that were brought against them. So you had Navy SEAL First Class Dan D'Ambrosio, Navy SEAL Chief Xavier Silva, Navy SEAL Chief David Schwartz, and Navy SEAL Lieutenant Jason Webb. All these guys, great warriors. I think Dave Schwartz just retired, and Jason Webb, I believe, is going to law school. So they're going to go on and do great things in our society, and thank God they didn't go up in front of a court-martial where there's a 98% conviction rate, where the odds were stacked against them. So thank God our, UAP, we were able to support getting them the proper legal defense to make sure that this case was battled, it was fought and won before they stepped into court. Incredible. You need to be proud of that. We've got Navy SEAL Lieutenant Jacob Portier. Here's another Navy SEAL, charges dismissed. There's still pending action against him where, they're questioning whether or not he should lose his trident, his Navy SEAL insignia, and hopefully that's going to get thrown out as well. So we're still fighting that one. You've got Navy SEAL Lieutenant Bryce. Again, he wasn't even involved in these cases, and they're questioning whether or not he should keep his trident. So there's still a lot of fights going on. So while we're looking at all of this, all the support that you've given, we've got to say this is, just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more to be done. Tactically, we're winning battles like never before. We're getting tremendous support like never before, and it's allowing us to do these great things. But here's a couple of things that my team's saying that we can do that's going to help even more. So the first is Cyber Monday. Use the Smile Amazon. I guess it's an app or something like that. Make UAP your charity. So all of us, we're going to be out there doing shopping for the holiday seasons. Use the Smile Amazon with UAP as your choice, because this way you're not actually donating additional money. What's happening is as you're purchasing things, you're able to donate, and it comes back to UAP. We get a % of that, which then it goes towards supporting our warriors. You've got Giving Tuesday, which is coming up, and that's Tuesday. That's tomorrow. Yeah. So if you're considering making donations towards nonprofits or charities, please consider UAP.org. As I said, we've got plenty of other fights, and we continue to fight. We've got another 20 warriors that we're still looking at and supporting. So we've got, as a matter of fact, there's 3 MARSOC Marines, these Raiders. Actually, I should clarify. 2 MARSOC Raiders who are Marines, gunnery sergeants, 1 MARSOC Raider who is a Navy chief. He's also a Raider. That these warriors are being accused of absolutely ridiculous case of manslaughter. And we're hoping to get this case thrown out before it even goes to trial. But again, it's another case we've taken on where right now we're not really discussing their names. They want to remain anonymous as long as possible, hopefully, so we can get this case thrown out without it coming to light today. But those are the type of cases we take on. We look out for our warriors. We look out for our special operators because they're the ones that look out for us. They preserve our rights. So consider that. Giving Tuesday, UAP.org. And if you're so inclined and you might forget about Tuesday, you're more than welcome to make a contribution today. Let's see, what other information we're going to pass on here? I think we've covered most of it. I think that, this is one of those things where, again, this is a group effort. I'm just fortunate to be a part of this team and to help out, to help facilitate this, to get to interact with all the different people. If you're watching the media, you're going to see John Marr out here. He's being covered, Don Brown. You have, you might see Colby Volke out here, a bunch of the attorneys out here talking about a lot of these cases. Pay attention when you see these people out there. They're representing all of our warriors, and they work tirelessly. They put in tremendous hours, and quite frankly, the amount that we get billed is nothing compared to what they put in. And they put in tremendous amount of pro bono hours as well. A lot of times we just pick up expenses for these guys. So look out for them. Watch Clint Lawrence. He's out there. He's hitting the media circuit. He's been on Hannity. He's been on Fox and Friends. I think he's going on The Blaze. He's with OAN. I mean, he's just out there trying to spread the word. And he's fighting. He's swinging hard for the rest of the warriors to make sure that those who are still in prison, as well as those who might be in prison in the future or accused of potential crimes, that there's constantly somebody out here that's fighting for them. And we're trying to figure out where Clint's going to go next. I think he's looking towards law school, but there's a lot of different things that are up in the air for Clint. So stay tuned. Keep sending us information as it comes in. We've got a great team backing us here. And I just want to point out, we've got our director of operations, Elizabeth Brown. She is just incredible. I don't think she sleeps. She's constantly out here making things happen behind the scenes. And, Juliana, who you probably don't realize, she's the one that's actually managing all of our social media and doing an incredible job, whether you're following us on Facebook, on Twitter, in Instagram, even working through our website and all the rest. Juliana is the one that's on top of that, making this all happen, and she's incredible. So a giant shout out to her. Keep up the support. We are honored to be out here working for you. Again, just an incredible Thanksgiving. Can't say enough. Thank you personally for everything that you've done and that you continue to do. And we're going to be out here fighting as long as we can to make sure all of our warriors are taken care of. So God bless you. Thank you very much. Semper Fi. And have a great holiday season as we roll into it. Merry Christmas. Take care.